Alright, and welcome back to Diecast Dude. Today I just got back from a huge Walmart haul, you could call it. If I'm gonna be honest though, I picked out some series and grabbed some random stuff off the shelf to show you guys. No, I'm joking, I actually grabbed stuff. But Pepper is over here interested in it too, as you can see. He's got like right in the sticky here. Move! Come on. So the two series that I have completed right here, right now are the Forza Horizon 4 and the Fast and Furious. Now, I completed these two series because one, the Horizon 4 had one of my favorite cars in it, which was the Shelby Daytona Coupe. I'm not gonna be opening it, but instead I grabbed one from another series right here, the Larry Wood series. I really like this car right here. Ended up grabbing it. I would have grabbed another one too to keep in the packet, but I wasn't really after the Larry Wood series, so I'm gonna really try and complete that one. I got a bunch of stuff over here on the side to show off too, so let's get into it. Now, the first series here that we got is the Horizon 4. Now, the first car in the series that you have to look out to collect is this BMW M3. I don't know. The 92 BMW M3 was probably one of the most successful race cars that BMW released at the time. This is a really, really neat casting. And all these cars have a exclusive background to them, special to this particular car. And I'm pretty sure that they had another M3 and one of another Forza series from what I remember. Next up is the 96 Nissan 180. Now this is a specific version of the 180, the Type X, which was sold with a special body kit. It looks pretty stinking cool. Now for all the JDM fans out there, this is definitely a go-to collector car, especially with the Fast and Furious series, which has the RX-7, the Nissan 370Z, I'm pretty sure, and then they have the Mitsubishi Lancer and that one over there. But this is also another one to keep your eyes out for. Third car in the series is James Bond. No, I'm joking. It is the Aston Martin DBS, which was a car in James Bond. They actually have this car in a expansion pack that you can grab too. The James Bond expansion pack, which comes with a bunch of Aston Martins and all that stuff. It's a pretty neat looking car. Fourth car in the series is definitely my favorite, the Daytona Coupe. I love this car. This is one of my favorite cars, and I can finally find it in a base casting without having to pay $5 for one with rubber tires that I'm gonna take out of the packet. Sadly, I could only find one, and I ended up grabbing another one from another series that was there at the time, since I was not able to find two of this car. If I ever find another one though, I will definitely be getting it. A while ago, actually, speaking about the Daytona Coupe, they had 6 of this car created for racing at the time. And they actually found a barn find Daytona Coupe, the 6th missing one out of the 6 that they made. 5 of them were known. The 6th Daytona Coupe was found in a woman's garage out back because her father lended it down to her, and she had kept it in that barn. And recently, well, not recently, a few years ago, they found it in the barn. And it was pretty cool. I can't remember. There's a celebrity who owned it, who sold it because he said it was a police magnet. I mean, I can expect that. It's a race car for the road, so that's kind of expected. Really neat casting though. 5th car in the series, the Lamborghini Veneno. I grabbed 2 of these because I really like this car. I grabbed one to open and I'm going to be using in an upcoming video soon enough. I'll actually open up that one right now. I'll show you guys a close-up of this car. It has a matte black finish on it. It looks like the normal factory version of the car. This car's angles, curves, and sharp edges, they give it a really aggressive look to it. And I really like that about a car. This is really cool looking. I also got a green one up in my room. I'll show you when I bring this one out with it. I also forgot to mention that when it comes to the 180, I had grabbed another one to open on film here. I would have grabbed all the cars to open on film, but I couldn't find them all again, sadly. Let me grab it right here. Here you go. The Forza Horizon 4 180 SX. In red. That's Ben's favorite color. Last but not least, the final car in the Horizon series is the Porsche 911 GT2. Now, this car right here is something special. This is a really, really neat looking car, but the reason it's so special is because at a time, I could have sworn there was a company that took the same car in and made like a special body kit for it. Not only that, but from what I recall, this car was in a group called the Midnight Club, which was a team of elite street racers over for the Langa in Japan, which was a huge highway system to where people raced cars and all that. I'm pretty sure they had a type of Porsche there that was pretty famous, but I could have sworn there was another Porsche too. They had a bunch of different types of cars. This could have been one of the ones there. No one knows all the details about the team because it was a really exclusive team. Really, really close to the public and all that. But from what I recall, I saw some images of a red one of this car online from the Wangan. It's pretty neat. And that was the entire Forza Horizon 4 series. Next coming up, we will talk about the Fast and Furious series. Now, I had to complete this one at the time too. I also got some duplicates of a number of the cars in this series actually, because I really, really want some duplicates of it. The Fast and Furious series here. This is a really, really neat series. It has a lot of pretty cool cars. The Z has actually some pretty fancy rims on it too. We'll start this review up by talking about the Buick Regal. This car, we almost couldn't find. This car was a pain to find. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be this series unicorn car. Now, what do you call a unicorn car? What is that? The unicorn car of the series is the one car that's the hardest to find, like Peach in the Mario Kart series. A good example is Highway 35. You see, they pushed out a certain number of cars so much that the rarest cars in the series became that rare because they weren't out there. They couldn't get pushed out there to the shelves because the shelves were full of all the common models, so no one was able to get those rare cars. And because of that, they actually couldn't complete the entire Highway 35 set. So they ended up just selling it to people. That's pretty crazy. Second car up, the Mazda RX-7. I already got that one. It's upstairs unpacketed. I would have brought it down, but I couldn't find the box where it's at. Now this is one of my favorite castings. I love the Mazda RX-7. Really fancy looking car. I'd love to own one too, but one thing that kind of disappointed me about Hot Wheels' casting here is that little scoop. You could have put a little black mark there to really bring that out. But I mean, if that's really such a bother, you can just go grab a black permanent marker and just write it on there. But that'll definitely destroy the value of the car. But third car in the series, the Lancer Evolution from Too Fast, Too Furious. Now this car was paired with a Mitsubishi Eclipse, which I could have sworn that they've released at least once in the past. I don't have it, sadly, but I do have this car for a sample to have unpacked right here. Now this car, of course, being a Lancer, looks cool. I love Lancers. They're one of my favorite cars released by Mitsubishi. And at the time I didn't know, but both the cars, both the hero cars in the Fast and Furious movies, were both Mitsubishis. The Lancer and the Eclipse. And that's also funny, because the Eclipse was the hero car in the first movie, the green Eclipse. Or well, it was the hero car until it exploded. Kaboom. Now the fourth car in the series, the Monte Carlo from the intro of Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. I had grabbed another one of these too to also open up on film right here to show you guys. Now, I didn't know much about this car when I first saw the movie because I saw it a long time ago. But what I did know is that it looked really cool. And I love the look of that Monte Carlo from the intro. And it racing against the red drop-top Dodge Viper. I'd love to own one of those too and recreate that scene from the intro that was really, really cool. You can take a close-up look at it. The tannish parts on it are sort of a matte feeling almost. But then you feel top areas and it's more of a glossy feel. It's like a mix of different textures due to the color. I'm pretty sure it's that silver right there that's making it feel matte on the bottom right here. But definitely a really cool casting. Fifth car in the series. The Nissan 370Z. And of course, as you saw right there, I have a unique version of this car. Or well, not a unique version, but an extra version of the car to open up. I said unique because this car has some pretty special rims in it. Or on it. I've never seen a Hot Wheels car have these rims. It's like the normal multi-spoke rims, but they look kind of different almost, you could say. Here's a close-up of them. They look like Knight Rider kit rims, actually. Speaking about that, I haven't had Knight Rider kit in a lot of videos recently. That's usually my car that's here to test out everything. Sadly, kit couldn't make it this time. If I recall, this was the car used in Fast 5, where they were testing out their driving skills. They're driving around, drifting around the cones and all that, trying to test out all their driving skills. It's a pretty cool scene, actually. And last but not least, in the Fast and Furious series, no, what are you doing there? That's not yours. Well, wait, the Impala. Now, I don't know much about Chevrolet and all their cars, so I can't really give you much info about background history about this car. What I can tell you is that this thing looks really, really cool. The long end and the front short top, it looks kind of like Christine almost. It's more orange in the photo, and it's more red in the actual sample, which is kind of but what do you expect? It's just a Hot Wheels sample photo. And they are miniature diecast cars. They can't get every single detail on there. I mean, Hot Wheels has to push a lot of this casting out there, too. And that was the Hot Wheels Fast and Furious car series. There's 6 cars to collect in total. Same with the Horizon thing. There's only 6 cars to collect. I can't really give a price value of what I think this set would shoot for. What I do know is that I got another Fast and Furious set completed up in my room. But I gotta say, in total, I really like this series. There's a lot of neat castings to collect, and I've already collected the ones that I really want, except one. I would've gotten another Buick Grand National to open on camera, but I could only find one in the entire store. I checked shelves and everywhere, and we only found one Buick Grand National, which is why I think it's gonna be the unicorn car. Moving on to the mainline stuff that I collected there, I ended up getting these. You might ask, wait, why is there a twin mill there? This twin mill has been out for a long time now. I grabbed it because it's going to be a wheel donor for a car project. I'm not going to tell you about the project, but what I can say is that's the car my mom used to own. I don't know if she mentioned it in any videos, but what I do know is that when it's completed, it's going to look cool. Now, the first cars that I ended up grabbing were the Hot Wheels Art Series and the Hot Wheels Exotic. The Lamborghini Centenario and the 67 Mustang. Now, the Mustang I grabbed because, I mean, those are some pretty cool colors. I've never seen a Hot Wheels do that color for a Mustang. It's pretty cool. And I grabbed the Centenario because I felt like it was going to be rare. Then I found a bunch of them, so I'll just open it on camera right here. I'll let you get a closer look at it. These are all going to be opened except for one of them, and I'll explain why in a moment here. This is one of my favorite color schemes on it. And I gotta be honest, this thing looks cool. The normal color scheme that people usually associate with the car is a black and yellow color. I mean, yeah, black and yellow would look pretty cool in this. But I mean, silver and black. That looks awesome. Now, Hot Wheels is late to do this casting. This car's been out since 2016, and it's now almost 2020. Hot Wheels, you need to step up your game. But, talking about that, they also released the Bugatti Chiron. I could not find it there, but what I do know is that someone else at Walmart was also looking for it, and they had asked me about it. So, wow, it's kind of crazy. But if I found one, I would have grabbed it, and I couldn't find one, so that's kind of a bummer, honestly. Next up comes the Mustang, of course. Now, this car here is, wow, this is a heavy, heavy car. This will be good for downhill racing. If any of you do that with your Hot Wheels cars, you like to race downhill, this will be good for it. It's a nice heavy casting. Rolls nicely too. Next up is the Lamborghini Aventador J and Turbo and Charged. I grabbed the Aventador J because I don't really have many Lamborghinis, which is also another reason why I grabbed this Centenario. But I had grabbed it since the Aventador J I recently came to liking because of Horizon. Now, if you complete Hot Wheels Treasure Island, or Hot Wheels Fortune Island, one of your prizes you can get is a Lamborghini Aventador J, which is the roofless version of the Lamborghini. Really like that car. And then, of course, Turbo and Charged. re-release of Hot Wheels is Bone Shaker, one of their most craziest cars. I think they also have a version that they recreated in real life. It's also in Forza Horizon 3 and 4. And it's harder to find in 4, of course, because it's not a DLC car, but that's a crazy looking car there. Now the last 2 cars we have, the Chrysler Pacifica, which, don't ask me why I got this one. I just grabbed it because I saw it on the I saw it on a case review video, someone reviewing these cars. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna grab this car, because why not? I mean, Hot Wheels doesn't make many vans in the first place, but I mean, an off-roading van, that's crazy looking. And I mean, the Chrysler Pacifica looks really neat. I also grabbed it because it's a Hot Wheels race team car. Those are also pretty hard to find. And last but not least, Cyber Speeder. There's a specific reason you should grab this car in this color if you see it, which is that back there. You see that little silver thing? There you go. Look at that. There's the treasure hunt car. This is the base treasure hunt car for this K series. I really suggest you grab it because it looks really neat. I grabbed 2 of them. I was gonna give one to Ben, which I ended up doing. I really wish I had another sample of it because I really want to open this car and show you a close-up look of it. But I really don't want to open up a treasure hunt car. Maybe in the future, if it doesn't end up gaining any value, I'll probably open up this car for probably a race review. Do like a race video of all these cars and have them all race together. There you go. Those are the cars that I've collected from this Case's series. I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with the haul. A lot of stuff. Keep your eyes out for all these cars. Thanks for watching, and well, collect on.